Well, hello everybody. Here I am, and thanks for watching this video. And as you can see, it's not going to be with a camera with filming. It's just going to be still pictures. I visited the Runestone Museum in Alexandria, where the Kensington Runestone is at. And at that place, they don't allow, well, I'll show you why. Okay, and this is why I don't have filming. I didn't want to go through all the problems with filling up an application or anything. So I just did the still photo photography while I was in there. So this video, this is my first time doing it like this, so I'll do the best I can. And anyways, let's go in and take a little look at the next video, or next picture. This is the view you get right when you walk in the door of the museum. And in the middle there, you can see the Kensington Runestone, right in the center, encased in glass. But anyway, first, we'll come back and take a closer look at that later on in the video. And let's go take a look around the museum before hitting the Kensington Runestone. Down this hallway, they had a lot of Native American from Minnesota area, different crafts, and showed a little bit of their story, I guess. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't take any pictures along the wall. I only took it from this angle, looking down that way. But you can see hanging on the walls there's pictures, and they have display cases of different artifacts and stuff. They had some actually authentic clothes that was hanging on the wall over there too. So let's take a closer look at that teepee down there, that display. And this is a really nice display. I really liked it. You have the teepee, you can see the canoe, and there's an Indian lady sitting there. And here she is, at a different angle. And they had a little video playing back there on that screen. I didn't take time to watch it. I didn't have enough time to. There was a lot of things to see yet in the museum. So that's one really nice display to have there. Yeah, at the Runestone Museum, it's not only Viking stuff. They have in this room they have different artifacts and pieces of from authentic from the eras in the past. Here's another angle of the same room. You can see the Scandinavian flags over on the wall there, and have different artifacts in the cases. There's lots of stuff telling the story of like the Alexandria area. And the centerpiece of the room seems to be that that bike, that high wheel bike, I think they call it. Yes, it is a high wheel bike, and that tells a little story, the history of the bike there. Clarence Forgren, lifelong resident of Alexandria. In the 1930s, he opened a bike shop on Broadway, at which time he acquired his high wheel bike. So he rode it in Minneapolis parades, Alexandria, and surrounding towns. Oh, that's pretty cool there. So yeah, that's the authentic bike. And here's a few more looks, a few more different angles of the bike. And this is the next room over. Looking back that way, you can see some more museum pieces and even a horse carriage. And here's the same room looking the other way. And before moving on from that room, I saw this back there. The Minnesota woman's skeletal remains found in the 1930s near Pelican Rapids. And I actually visited the site of where that was, where the Minnesota woman was found. Yeah, last year I made a video out there. I'll have to. I'll put a link at the end of this video, and I'll probably have. Yeah, I'll probably if I remember, I'll put a link down into the video description too. But there, I'll make sure I'll have a link at the end of the video too. All right, here, as you can see, there's the door going out, and we're going to be going back to take a look at the Kensington Runestone. But first, let's go out and take a look at Fort Alexandria and see what they got out there. Then we'll come back in and show you the close-ups of the Kensington Runestone. And stepping out the door, this is what we see. You can see some buildings, a church building, a cabin, and it's kind of a larger building back there too. And it looks like got another log structure to take a look at. Now this plaque tells about the beginning of Alexandria. You can take and pause and read that. I'm not going to take and read the whole thing, just a couple of brothers. In 1858, William and Alexander Kincaid, I think that's how you pronounce that, worked as surveyors, mapping out roads to the nation's newest state. Yeah, Minnesota became a state in 1858. And they followed Lockhart trails, and they established the town site of Alexandria. There we go. Okay, you can pause and read that if you want. Okay, here's a building to take a look at. Let's go and take a closer look at it and head inside. Now, it is the General Store Post Office, it says. We are inside. Let's take a quick look around. All right, we're back outside again. And now we have an old log cabin. And as you can see, a whole lot of thought went into naming that one. But anyways, let's take a look inside. Yeah, and this is right inside the door when you walk in. What you see, got the stairs going up to the second level there. and then a room on the right and also on the left there. Let's take a closer look at them. Obviously, that's the kitchen and the dining room all rolled into one with the fireplace in the back there. And right on the other side of the wall here, obviously, we've got a bedroom. And it looks like this one's geared more towards kids, no little kids. So I guess in this cabin, the adults must have slept upstairs. Anyways, that's how it's set up here for display. And this was sitting in the corner of the cabin there. Not sure exactly what it is. Kind of looks like it's like a sled. That's what I think. That's what it looks like. It's like a sled of some sort. And in the other corner, we got a rocking chair and a spinning wheel, along with some other stuff. We are now heading towards a church, Emmanuel Lutheran Church. Just a quick look around. And here's a couple smaller structures there. The one on the right is a smokehouse, and the larger one on the left is, or originally was a utility shed, but then also used as a smokehouse too. Let's take a closer look at them too. And yes, they had one of those back there too. And I do not know if it's functional or if it's utilized. I did not check. And this says Moe Township, 1895, I think it says up there. And it is the school. So let's go in there and take a look at what it looked like back in the day. Incoming. Right next to the school back there, they had some old machinery. Yeah, and this is the largest building that they have here at Fort Alexandria. Let's head inside and see what's in there. Okay, well, this is looking interesting. We've got ourselves a Viking ship in there. Let's go take a look at it. among all other things too. It is a Viking merchant ship. It's a 40-footer. A copy of the structure of an ocean-going Viking merchant ship found wrecked in the harbor of, okay, Denmark. Okay, so it was, the original is 54 feet long. This is like a 3/4 model of it. So, all right, let's take a little closer look at it now. And right next to the Viking merchant ship, we have this little thing. And let's take and read about it on that plaque that's right behind it. Let's see what it says. Most of you are familiar with the famous Gokstad Viking ship on display at the Viking Ship Museum in Oslo, Norway. No, I'm not familiar with it. When the original ship was excavated in 1880, two smaller vessels were also found with it. The Fearing boat was dated to about 880 and was built for 2 oarsmen and 1 helmsman. Okay, that small one that we're talking about is this Gokstad, what is it, Fearing replica. Was built in Massachusetts for the 2019 Science Channel production, America's Lost Vikings. It was used in northern Minnesota and can be seen along with the Kensington Runestone in episode 4. Wow, okay. Have to look that up maybe. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you can read the rest of the bottom there. You can pause and read the rest there if you haven't already. So I'm not going to take and read the whole thing. Not locally anyways. And one more look at it. And we'll take a quick look at, there's plenty of other stuff in this same building. We got another horse carriage there, a couple of them in fact, and we've got old vintage snowmobile too. Cool. I guess the second one there is actually a sleigh, as we can, from a different angle here we can see it's got, we call them runners, I think. Right next to that vintage snowmobile, you can see some old skis in the back and even a sled over there on the right. Yeah, and looks like even an old sleigh that's in front of the snowmobile. Another one, wow. Yeah, when I was there, I didn't pay enough attention to this stuff. I should have, though. Man alive. Have to go back again, I guess. But I did notice the old steam engine there. I can't miss that. An old John Deere, too. Along with other farm equipment, looks like. There's another old tractor and a vintage boat. It looks like we got a blacksmith shop display over there. And of course, all this is just for display. They don't do any demonstrations as far as I can tell anyway. That's an old wood boat right there on the right there. And here's some more stuff they have on display along the wall there. Even some overalls. Yeah, this is one last look of the display, and here the ship and of this room before heading out the door. So we're heading outside again. And we have two more buildings to go before we head back inside to take a look at the Kensington Runestone. So we got this closer building and then the further smaller building back in that corner there. So let's go take a look at them. Aha! We have a blacksmith shop. Let's take a look inside that door there. And we are now looking inside the blacksmith shop. And apparently it's just for display purpose. They don't do any demonstrations as far as I can tell here too. So, but there we go, the blacksmith shop. Well, this looks interesting. Let's go take a look at it. Before entering, let's take a look at the exterior real quick here first. Aha! Miltona Stage Stop. That's what it is. Okay, now we know. Let's head inside. We're looking inside here. And on that wall there, they had a big, white sheet or something. They had a film or a picture or something projecting onto it. But really, it was so bright in there, I couldn't tell what it was really. You can kind of make out the shape of a building on there, though. But it's kind of hard to see, and even in person, it was hard to see. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the area in here. All right, we are no longer inside that Miltona stage shop. We are back inside the building of the museum where the Kensington Runestone is. And this is one of the displays they have here. Let's take a closer look at it. I really like this display. It looks so nice. You know, obviously this thing tells both the Viking Age, the year 793 to 1066. Tells about their living accommodations and clothing and weapons. You can pause and read that if you want. But let's take a look at the display again. A closer look at it. Yeah, there we have a Viking family at home. Mom and dad and 3 kids. The youngest kid in the far back there. There we go. So that's what it looked like back in 793. Or something to that effect. Yes, and there it is. We are back in the presence of the Kensington Runestone, whether it's authentic or not. The debate goes on. But anyways, let's go take some real a closer look at it. Did it from back from here. Kensington Runestone, placed in Douglas County by the Vikings in 1362, found in 1898. Purchased in 1928 by all those guys. Alright, let's take a look at it now. And there it is. We're closer in now, and you can make out some writing on the stone there. And of course, I am going to take a closer look at it. I do have pictures that are right next to it. Just want to look at it like this. This looks nice. The whole stone. I think they say it's like 200 pounds or something. But anyways, that takes a closer look at the inscriptions on it. Alright, now we're right next to it. And you can obviously see that there are runes on it. And I have no clue what it says. But there it is. This is the top half of it. And we'll take a look at the bottom half in a moment here. You can always pause and just look at it if you want. I'll just wait a little bit more longer to look at it. And I'll take a look at the lower part of it. Okay. And this is further down the stone now. It's about the midsection. I have one more picture that's lower down on it, but I want to take a look at this up close. You can take and try to read that if you can. You can do your own inspection. And once again, you can pause and read it if you want. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to do the lower picture again. Alright, now this is the picture, the lowest picture that I have, closest to the base of it. The bottom lines here that are on the front of the stone. You take a close look at it and make it out if you can. And you can pause and read if you want, if you're able to. Okay, there's also inscriptions on the side of it, on one side of it. Let's take a look at those ones now. Yeah, okay, this is the side of it, the inscriptions you can see there. But don't worry, I have a closer picture of it, so got this one. You're gonna standing back a little bit, you can see the inscriptions there. We'll look at it from here for a little while. You can pause if you want and examine it yourself. In a moment here, we'll take a closer look at the writing. Okay. Alright, we're closer in now. You can try to read that if you can. Do your own examination. I wish I had gotten closer yet, but I didn't for some reason. I don't know why I didn't. But anyways. And I also have more pictures. I took a picture of the back and also the other side. So I got more pictures of the rock, of the stone, besides that parts that have writing on it. Just take a look at the whole thing, even the sides that don't have any writing on it. The back side too. So, all right, I think you can pause it if you want, and now I'll take a look at those other pictures now. And here's the picture of the back. You can kind of see the inscriptions there on the side there. I got some more pictures around the rock too, so let's take a look at them. Okay, this is more behind the rock now. It was kind of hard getting pictures of it from the behind, because the lighting is on the other side, more to illuminate the front and the side of the stone than behind it. So I kind of got a lot of reflection, so it's kind of hard to really see it from behind the back side of the rock. But let's go take a look at those other pictures anyways. There, see, there's the reflection that I was talking about. But for posterity, here's that picture. I have one more picture from the back to look at. I think it's a little better, I'm not sure. We'll see in a moment here. I even tried tilting my phone upright to try get a better picture, but obviously it didn't totally work. But I have one more picture now. All right. This is the last picture from behind the stone. And then right after this, we're going to take and find out what the runestone actually says, what it's been translated to. So, okay, let's go take a look at that. Aha, the moment of truth has arrived. Kensington Runestone inscription translation. Okay, this is on the front here. Okay, we have the key here. Red depicts the runic text. Black depicts the conversion of the runes to the Latin letter text. Blue depicts the Swedish text. Green depicts the English text. Okay. Oh man. Okay, this is from the front of the stone, the face of it. Row 1. 8 Gotlanders and 22 Northmen on this acquisition journey from Vinland far to the west. We had a camp by 2 shelters, 1 day's journey north from this stone. We were fishing one day. After we came home, we found 10 men red from blood and death. Ave Maria. Saved from evil. Okay. Inside of the stone, I got another picture for that. And let's take a look at what the side says. And now for the side of the stone translation. There are 10 men by the inland sea to look after our ship's 14 days' journey from this peninsula or island. Year 1362. Wow. Now that's something else. 1362. Were they really there or not? The debate rages on. But anyways, here is one last look at the Kensington Runestone as we close out this video. This video was quite different from what I normally do, but I wasn't able to film inside at the museum, so this was something new for me. I hope it turns out okay. But anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.